Ay, hindi pala siya, yung, British accent. Alexa, do you understand, Mike? Oh, you don't understand, Mike? So, sabi ni Alexa, malapit akong pagalitan. May aso po dito sa loob ng aking studio. Anyway, mga kapatid, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Okay, if you have some questions, just mga kapatid, all you need to do is just, just put it in our chat box, mga kapatid. Don't forget, mga kapatid, wow, new haircut, Brother Dino. Sabi sa atin ni Sister Ara, lalo kang pumupogi, brother. Salamat po. Chair, padalahan nga ng kape, yung mga nagsabing pogi. Salamat po sa inyo. Hey, Sir Roland and Loisy, standby lang kayo. I play one song. Sa pagbabalik ko let's have our discussion about bullying, mga kapatid. Yan pong pag-uusapan po natin ngayon sa araw pong ito. I'm so blessed, mga kapatid. Nakikita ko na ang dalawa kong bisita. Yan po, ang isa'y nakapula. Poging-pogi. Samantalang isa'y napakabata pa rin. Pero nasa room. Yan po. At eto ho. I'll play one song, mga kapatid. You still have time to share the link, mga kapatid, sa Facebook profile nyo po. You can do it, mga kapatid. Kanina ko pa, sabi na sa atin ni Nanay Paz, kanina ko pa sana babati ang bagong gupit. Naunahan nyo lang ako, kapogi. Kapogi naman. Kaloyski is also in the house. Yung nanonood po sa atin. Si Sister Eliza Carito nanonood po sa atin. I'll play one song at pagbabalik po ako. Huwag kayong aalis, ha. Sige. Pag umalis kayo, wala kayo dito. Ayan, hindi nyo makikita. For the very first time sa Let's Talk, ang aking mga bisita, mga kapatid. Here were the song coming your way from Acapella Kids, Water from the Well. Here it is.
And I will thirst no more. Give me water from the well that never runs dry. Give me water from the well that gives me hope when I die. Give me water from the well that never runs dry, and I will thirst no more.
Living water flowing from above through the spirit of never-ending love, and I'm the first to declare my longing thirst for the water that comes from above.
Give me water from the well that never runs dry. Give me water from the well that gives me hope when I die. Give me water from the well that never runs dry, and I will thirst no more.
Living water leads me to my goal. Now refreshing and cleansing to my soul. Truly I'm alive, and I know I can't survive without it, without the pure water's flow.
Give me water from the well that never runs dry. Give me water from the well that gives me hope when I die. Give me water from the
A new commandment I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another.
I'm Loisy, and you're listening to Let's Talk with Brother Dino.
Well, once again, I'm coming to you live from the heart of Bicolanja, Naga City, the Philippines. My name is Brother Dino Nayo Akapox. Musta po sa bawat isa sa atin? You can still, ano na po tayo? Visible po tayo sa 9 channels, mga kapatid. Kasama din yung 2 YouTube at 7 Facebook profiles, mga kapatid. I just want to recognize yung mga kasama po natin, Sister Elisa, kasama din po natin. Eto ho, kasama din natin ang aking mga kapatid, si Esther Roldan Ibarra, yan. Stay put kayo at kasi makakasama natin si Lois, Eliza Carrido, kasama po natin si Grace Roldan Pasqua, kapatid ko rin po yan, Peter Dontogan, and then Teng, Chris Bakiran, kasama po natin. Ang galing mga kapatid. At si Sister Ebbs, ito sabi sa atin ni Sister Ara, no? Sabi sa atin si Sister Ara, shout out greetings to my youngest daughter's birthday, Mary Chelly Urbano Orihola. Haha! Happy birthday! Kumusta po kayo, ano? Wife of brother, son-in-law, Paul. Oh yeah, of course. Orihola, of Nagcarlan Church of Christ. Thanks, Brother Dino. Salamat din po sa inyo. Salamat sa paggamit ng ating platform. Well, mga kapatid, ang mga makakasama po natin, as I've said, ang pag-uusapan po natin ngayon, it's all about yung bullying, mga kapatid. Yan po ang pag-uusapan natin, ha? At ang makakasama po natin, guess what po, mga kapatid? Both nasa linya po ng psychology, mga kapatid. Unang-una sa lahat, ang ating makakasama, walang iba kundi si brother, si Sir Roland Malavo po, 26 years in the academic world sa UCBCF, University of Cordillera sa Baguio po yan, ano. Who held various positions like guidance counselor, HR officer, quality assurance, head professor, among others, ano. Dati ho, nakakasama ko po to, partner ko po ito sa aming ginagawa sa mga program namin sa University of the Cordilleras. Kapag may mga program doon, ang tawag sa kanya is little brother, ang tawag sa akin big brother. Mataba kasi ako. And then co-MC ko po siya during elementary and high school sa school ni Lois. And then he has this local TV program sa Baguio City, mga kapatid. As far as I know, no? He is now a government school guidance counselor sa La Trinidad, Benguet for about 5 years. Wife niya si Jane. Magaling na singer. May 2 siyang anak. Magaling din na singer. Ladies and gentlemen, kasama po natin ngayon, walang iba kundi si Sir Roland Malafo. Sir Roland!
Yes, good morning po, Brother Dino at kay sis Chair and of course Lois at sa mga million mong taga-sunod, taga-panood at taga-pakinig.
Salamat. Sana dumating ang panahon, billion na yan, ha. Sir Roland, Sir Roland will ask more something about you, but if it is okay with you, tawagin ko na rin si Lois yan, no? Well, thank you. Our next kasama po natin ngayon, wala iba kundi napakalapit po sa amin ito ni Chair. Kasi kami po nagpaaral dito. Nakasama rin ito ni Sir Roland. Simula siguro ng elementary and then high school. Ngayon, nag-graduate siya ng psychology and then kagagraduate lang ng masteral ng guidance counseling sa University of Nueva Cáceres. Ano to ni BP Robredo, Sir Roland, schoolmate niya ito. So, ladies and gentlemen, kasama po namin teacher sa mga Bible studies. When she was young at the age of 10, 11, 12, kasama ko na rin siya nagbo-broadcast noon sa Baguio. Tapos nung nasa Claveria kami, she was, I think, high school that time, o college na din, kasama ko. Nung nag-A-Hill Radio kami, kasama ko sa broadcast. Ngayon sa ministry namin, kasama ko pa rin. Ladies and gentlemen, Brother Roland, let's welcome. Walang ibang aming unika iha. Walang iba si Patricia Lois Roldan. Yan, kasama natin. Loisy!
Hello. Good morning po. Hi, Tito Roland.
Yeah. Hey, bago tayo magpasimula ng ating lesson ngayon, if I may ask, kumusta kayong dalawa? Sir Roland, ikaw mauna.
Well, actually, masaya. Medyo nagiging maganda na ang takbo ng panahon dito kasi maulan-ulan in the past days at nagkaroon kami ng mga suspension of classes. But regardless, bumalik na may mga bata and I am here in the office right now at praise God, kahit papaano wala mo ng distraction kasi alam yata ni Lord, alam ng Panginoon na may programa kayo.
Yeah. For the sake ng mga nanonood sa atin, kahapon at tinawagan ko, I mean, I was trying to call Sir Roland. Pero, ayun, hindi ako nakakonect. Nag-chat na lang ako. And then sabi sa akin ni Sir Roland, sana, let's pray na walang distraction sana. Wala sana, walang problema sa school. Wala sana ika-counseling. That's so nice. So, how do you find counseling, Sir Roland? So,
Well,
matagal mo ginagawa to.
yeah, tama. I did not actually, wala naman talaga sa plano ko na maging counselor. Una't una pa lang, Brother Dino, is marami akong, syempre, as anybody would have it, mayroon tayong sari-sariling mga ambisyon sa buhay. Gusto ko rin maging doktor, gusto ko rin maging lawyer, gusto ko rin maging ganito, ganyan. But when I finished high school, tangan-tangan ko itong mga ambisyon ko sa buhay. And then when I went to college, napatuon yung pansin ko sa isang course na gusto kong, ang reason ko talaga is iwasan ang mathematics. Kasi yun ang Waterloo ko. And alam ni Lois ito. And then when I went there, first year maganda, masaya kasi puro mga basic subjects. When I went to second year, puro mathematics naman na. Statistics, assessment, psychological testing, kung ano na ng mga mathematical ano. But regardless, ang nangyari dyan is tinapos ko na lang and then magkakaroon sana ako na another course. But after that, talagang nilid ako ng Panginoon na eventually na in kaagad ako as counselor and the rest is history. My life now is to be a counselor and I believe that's the plan of God for my life.
You know what, Sir Roland, the first time I met you before, sabi ko, napakabait ng taong to.
Aba,
Napakabait mo. And then very approachable. Really, really. I just don't know how much we look up sa iyo. And then kay
yeah,
sa family. And still remember during that time, siguro
yeah.
bata pa si Loisy that time when you invited us, how do you call it? Sa mga concert, ano?
Yeah.
Di ba? Ayan. Kaya ito si Sir Roland, hindi lang ho sa singer to, producer pa to ng mga concerts sa Baguio. Ha, galing, galing,
And
galing. Yeah.
At masaya-masaya ako noon kasi I have a partner like Brother Dino who was the heart to really extend his hand, his talent, his time. And right now, I'm so happy kahit papano in this program, we were able to reconnect with each other at nakita ko rin si Lois na ngayon malaki na. At I am so happy na nakita ko na Master of Arts pala in guidance and counseling at I hope nakatapos ka na sa sa board exams.
Loisy, you answer that,
Unfortunately, hindi na-release on time for the 2023 for ano. Pero I am still reviewing kasi pinupush ako ng aking review instructor to be top board
That
topper
would be
now.
very good. So that we will be one with the great counselor, our Lord and Savior.
Yes.
we just don't know, Sir Roland and Loisy, na kailangan talaga natin yan. Myself, nakikita ko yan. Nakikita ko yan. Sabi ko, alam ni Chair to na there are things na may mga nag-ask ng questions sa amin. All we can do is just, we are just advisor, mentor or something. We need people like you. There are so many Christians that sometimes hindi namin ma-answeran di ba? Yan, alam ni Loisy yan na lagi kong sinasabi sa kanya, we need people like you, lalo na sa church. Importante yun kasi napakarami mga bagay-bagay. Now, Loisy, tell us something about tell us something about yourself para mas makilala ka ng mga nanonood sa atin dito.
Well, I'm a psychology student, forever a student. Um, right now, reviewing, looking for a job. So, I'm still, pinupush through ko for the aking pagkuha ng licensure for the guidance counseling. Though it would happen next year. So, right now, I'm more of a professional tambay.
And ano naman 'to, nakakasama namin 'to, nagba-Bible study sa mga bata ito. And then, yeah. At napakarami pang gawain namin, nagre-report din 'to sa mga ginagawa namin. But anyway, si Roland and Loisy, if I may read this one, sabi ni Tita Teng Lois. Hi Loisy! Yan, sabi niya din. Brother Efren, sabi na, everyone, good morning from Brother Let's Talk with Brother Dino, Sister Ara, blessed morning, Brother Roland, and Sister Loisy, nice to hear you both. Ayan, si Chris, wow, nice to meet you here, adding Lois. Hello po, Brother Sir Roland, ayan, si Kadino Bulian. Hindi totoo yan. Si Mike lang ang binubuli ko sa good vibes. Yan. Tita Beth, kasama po na have a nice morning. Sis Young Lois and Sir Roland. Ako din po, professional tambay. All right. Our topic for today, Sir Roland and Lois, it's all about bullying. First, what is bullying? Meron akong ambuli. Tatlo ang ambuli ko o dalawa. Pero what is bullying?
Yeah, Brother Dino, napakagandang topic actually ito. And when I talk about this in one of my speaking engagements, nagulat sila dahil ang talagang etymology o kayang origin ng bullying, nagsimula yan noong mga 1500s. Wala pa tayo noon, we were just a developing idea during those times. 1530s. Ang word na bully talaga ay, ang ibig sabihin originally ay sweetheart.
So
Yeah,
nag-evolve.
sweetheart. And it is addressed to either a female or a male. Pag sinabi kasi sweetheart noon, favorite mo siya. Ibig sabihin, love na love mo siya. Ibig sabihin, you really care for that person. And it is, kung tutingnan mo yung kanyang etymology, dun sa German word, it came from the word boel, ganon, boel, or bol, meaning brother or sister, ganon. But eventually, ang nangyari doon, inabuso yung pagkakaroon ng pagka-caring doon sa isang tao, such that yung kanyang pag-favorite niya, yung favorite niya na tao, inabuso niya to the extent na nagiging palagian ng ginagawa, and then eventually it became destroyed, nagiging harassment na, and so nagiging bully means you are harassing already somebody who is weak and who is powerless, somebody who does not have something na pwedeng iharap sa tao, parang ganon. So it actually started as a very nice word meaning sweetheart. Ganon po 'yun.
Wow, talagang words talaga, no, napaka-fluid, ano. It evolves, ano. Pakatandaan po natin, just like for example, lagi nababanggit dito, Loisy and Roland, Sir Roland, yung salvage. During that time, magandang salvage to save. But today, may salvage. Meron ba sa school ng salvage 1, salvage 2? Sa mga terminology. Wala naman siguro.
Yeah,
Okay.
ibig sabihin na salvage is you are going to save that person.
Save.
Isa-salvage mo, i-recover mo. But eventually, na-abuse na naman yon. Salvage means to let go or to annihilate or alisin mo sa paningin mo. Kaya may mga salvage victims.
Oo nga. Hindi ba to course? Sa criminology. Salvation. Ayan. Loisy, sa pagiging millennial, how do you define bully?
Bullying, yung act, it's, I would say in my own words, it's targeted and repeated siya. Uh, it negatively affects yung victim. So, there would be the bully and the bully, the victim. So, we should know na there is a difference talaga kung ano ang bullying and what is teasing. Ano ba ang teasing is, I would say, more socially acceptable. Hindi naman to the point na madi-destroy yung tao psychologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, ganon. So, bullying talaga, it impacts the person to the point na affected yung thinking niya and a lot more aspects.
It means, Kuya Ru, tawagin na lang kitang Kuya Ru, ganda pangalan mo, Brad. Ako Kuya Dino tawag sa akin. Si Ate Lois, tinatawag ko rin Ate Lois. Happy and glad meeting you, Pretty Loisy and Kuya Ru. Sabi ni manager namin yan ng Let's Talk, si Maria Teresa Abinan. Okay, it means hindi lang physical, Loisy, Kuya Ru, right? Hindi lang physical, but it could be mental. Other things. Kasi most of the time, what we see, pagka binubuli ang isang tao, is more on physical, sinasaktan sila. Pero hindi pala rin yun, ano? What
Tama
about
yan. Tama yan.
cyber harassment? Can we consider that as bully?
That's
An
right.
act of bully?
Yeah, tama yan, Kuya Dino. Kasi pag sinabing bully, tama yung sabi ni Lois, na it's something that uh, you are going to hurt somebody, but not necessarily, ang alam kasi natin is physical. That's the original. When we say, when you bully somebody else, physical ang unang tinitignan po natin. But when you are hurt, not only physically, you're na-hurt ka rin sa feelings mo. That's what we call as emotionally. Na-hurt din yung psychological aspect mo, hindi ka makatulog, hindi ka mapalagay, palagi kang nagwo-worry, yun po ang tinatawag na psychological. Mental naman is yung talagang pati yung pag-iisip niya ay naapektuhan. Like for example, hindi na siya lumalabas sa bahay. Nagiging iba na yung kanyang behavior. Matatakutin siya palagi. Yun po ang mental aspect of that. And there are other ways by which you're also being bullied by the use of this time because of technological advancement. Yun yung tinatawag, Kuya Dino, na cyber. When you use social media to put inflict pain, inflict hurt, or inflict harassment to another person using social media, by the use of radio, by the use of TV, by the use of basta ang direkso na ang dinedirekta niya, it's directed on one person. At tama yung sabi ni Lois na pag ang bullying kasi hindi pwedeng gagamitin yan sa minsan lamang. Pag ginamit mo na minsan, well, that's what we call as ano yung tinatawag dito na it's an unkind behavior, ganon. You become mean, you become rude to another person. Well, you might have done it maybe let us say yung accidentally or incidentally. Pero hindi po yun nasasabi na bullying. But when you do it for the second time and directed to the same person, and it inflicted a feeling of pain or hurt or worry or worry or yung feeling na hindi maganda sa isang tao, at ginawa mo yan for the second time directly at one person, pwede pong gamitin yun as bullying. Yun po, Brother D.
So it should be hindi lang parang accidental, hindi lang dahil sa isang beses lang so makikita
Yes.
natin halimbawa, well, kasi bully as far as well, naririnig ko kayong dalawa, it's more on, it is a character ng isang tao na, di ba? It is a character ng isang tao, it's going to be repeated, di ba?
Yes.
Sa object, or how do you call it, subject na binubully, Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Ano yung pinaka-worst, anyone from the two of you, ano yung pinaka-worst na nangyayari sa tao, yung victim ng bully?
Si Lois muna.
Worst sa victim, I would say, suicidal ideation na, clinical depression, yun affected na talaga yung psyche niya, na yung everyday function niya is hindi na siya makagalaw. Yun, cathartic, is that the right word? Hindi na siya masyadong lumalabas, hindi na siya masyadong social, medyo hyper-vigilant na siya, parang always flight or fight mode siya pag may mga tao na iba.
Yeah.
At talagang ano, no? Ang laki palang magagawa nito. Sometimes, sa trip-trip lang ata ito, no? Si Roland, Loisy, para sa ibang mga tao, no? Sometimes,
Yeah.
actually, is it okay? Is it okay to say na may mga tao na sometimes they don't know that they are bully already?
Yeah, actually may mga gano'n. Hindi nila napapansin. Sometimes, ang mga tao, there are people like that, na insensitive in a way. Now what they do is, they thought they thought as, come on, they mean it as good, yung tinatawag ba? Na akala ko tama yun. And I usually meet all of those people, hindi lang po mga bata, kundi pati mga adults, na pag nangyari na yung mga ginawa, at tatanungin mo, you are going to confront the person. Of course, the thing that anybody could perhaps normally say and do is to defend himself or herself. So ang sinasabi is, hindi ko alam, I did not know. So it requires a very sensible, or yung sensibility nito doon sa ating mga kaibigan diyan, na mga hindi pa nalalaman kung sila ay nang bubuli na nga sa ibang tao, or they are already the making of a bully. And sometimes, yun, they do not know that they are inflicting harm or pain emotionally, physically, mentally, or socially, or even psychologically to that person without even knowing it. So it needs a self-examination on that, on those types of people. Meron po talagang ganun, Brother Dino. We study, may yung mga napag-aralan natin sa psychology, na there are types of people, personality wise, and hindi natin po sila, ito ang point dito, hindi natin sila may blame if they were developed into such. May mga factors diyan, and it is not for us to judge them na bakit sila nagkaganon, or bakit sila nagkaganyan. There also is a reason. One reason is, siguro ang isa dyan is, baka nung kabataan nila, nabully din sila, Brother Dino. At in a way, they would like to get even. And in the process of getting even, na papansin nila na nagiging normal na sa kanila yun, na hindi pala nila alam. Well, they actually bullying. Aside from that is, they don't have a good role model. Yung mga nakikita nila palagi is, violence maybe, or hurting. We are not talking about, just in the family or even in the community. O basta yung nakikita nila is, maybe they have been seeing it also in the movies. Akala nila normal lang iyon. So yun po ang mga maraming dahilan kung bakit people are becoming bullies themselves without ever knowing that they have been bullying, or they are bullying somebody else.
Wow, just imagine mga kapatid, sometimes ito siguro may ginagawa tayo sa loob ng church o kahit sa school natin, sa workplace natin, sometimes is it what about yung mga jokes, mga ganyan, 'di ba? Sometimes we name someone else na ganito, parang ganito, uy, ganito kalbo, uy, ganito, ganito. But
Oo.
is it also considered as bully, an act of bully? What do you think?
Yeah, that could spark, or that will ignite what we call as the process of what we call as yung full scale na bullying po. That's the reason why, we always teach ourselves, and we're so glad na, kahit papaano nandyan yung word of God, that's always guiding us as Christians. But those mga baby Christians, yung mga hindi pa siguro naniniwala, we start out by, of course, implanting in them, yung tinatawag na GMRC, good ano pala nito? Good manners and right
Right
conduct.
conduct.
Oo, and then lead them towards, of course, the biblical aspect of that. Although hindi natin pwedeng may start kaagad. Baka sabihin nilang we are already trying something religious, or we become fanatic, or we become imposing into them what our faith is. That this is what I do in school.
Mm.
So, to teach them what values are, yung timeless values, and then of course lead them na ay mga timeless values na ito is none other than a changed life.
Mm.
Now, magsisimula yan talaga sa mga jokes. That's the reason why we have to be very, uh, strong about teaching anybody na ang konti lang nagsisimula sa isang kalingkingan o isang maliit lang na banag in Ilocano, maliit na lang na bagay will actually spark or ignite something that will lead you to bully another person, lalo na pag ginawa mo yun for the first time. Tapos nakita mo uli siya, ijo-joke mo uli sa kanya, mga ganon. So, to the extent na iba na yung magiging reaction ng taong nakaka-receive noon. So, yon, starting out with a little bit of a joke, especially when the joke, yung tinatawag na I started a joke. It started with the joke, but it became something na yung magkaibigan, maghihiwalay na, yung mga magkakabarkada, nagkakagulo na, yung mga yun. So, it all started in all those things. Kaya, very important po, Brother Dino, yung tinatawag na lesson on self-awareness. Kailangan malaman natin kung sino tayo, ano yung ating mga limitation, ano yung strengths and weaknesses natin, ano yung mga bagay na hindi pa natin alam tungkol sa atin. It starts when we know something about ourselves, so that kung sakali man we become a recipient of a particular joke, sometimes we have also to teach ourselves na to determine or to distinguish ito bang joke na ito ay it was meant as a friendly joke, it was meant
Mm.
as a rude or mean joke, or sarcastic joke, or yun, mga ganun. Kasi mahirap din naman po kasi na, for example, two people are conversing with each other. Kunyari, tayong dalawa, Brother Tino, ano ako na isang joke. And si Brother Dino naman, hindi alam kung paano tanggapin yung joke na yon. At naging sensitive siya because of so many reasons. Maybe by that, yung araw na yun, hindi maganda yung kanyang mood. Medyo natapilok siguro si Brother Dino nung nagising siya, mga ganon. So hindi maganda yung mood niya. Yung pagtanggap niya yung joke na maganda na sinabi ko is something that is already not nice for him. Ganon. So yung joke, yung communication po is very, very important dyan, so that we will know how each of us will have to handle one joke with each other. Kasi may mga magkaibigan po na siyempre okay lang sa kanila yung mga, di pa ba, Brother Neil, yung a little bit of magpapasaya sa kanilang dalawa at nagkaigihan na sila. Ganon. So it's very nice to teach ourselves about self-awareness. How to handle all of these things so that it will not be something that is hurting. Do you know the person who is telling that? Kilala mo ba? Alam mo ba kung saan siya nanggagaling? What area siya nanggagaling? Was he telling it out of really a joke, or was he also telling it na sarcastic, mga ganun? Pag nagkakaigihan na at nagkakaalaman na yung dalawang panig, well, there is no reason for them to handle each other's communications, whether it is something that is said accidentally, or that is said not meant to be a rude remark, or a rude or a mean word, ganon po. Okay? It all starts with self-awareness, good communication, bago talaga pumunta sa mga issue na kung saan magkakaroon na ng mga issue on bullying. Ganon, Brother Dino. Daming mga factors eh
Oo,
na
oo.
kailangan i-consider.
Sabi sa atin dito ni Sister Ara, thanks Brad Roland and Sis Pretty Young Lois for sharing wisdom the meaning of bully. Great explanation. That's correct mga kapatid. We need to know. Sometimes kasi we need to have this self-awareness. Ano? Malamang hindi natin alam na tayo pala ay bully na. Ano? Sometimes tayo pala ay nabubully na. So, find out. It's good na makita natin. Malaman po natin. Sabi ni Sister Kathy, good morning po mga kapatid. Alright. Ay, eto. Nakita ko nakalimutan ko kung ilang percent yung ano yung sinabi kanina ni Sir Roland na may mga tao na talagang pinagmulan nito kasi they were bullied before, ganyan. But for us, mga kapatid, para self-awareness nga natin. Loisy, self-awareness natin. Para hindi na natin maituloy ito kasi sabi nga ni Brother Roland, sabi niya, I started a joke. It always started a joke ng BJs. But suddenly, makikita mo, pagdating ng panahon, paggising mo, bully ka na pala. No? Mga tao sa paligid mo, ang tingin sa iyo, bully na. How are you going to, how are we going to, avoid this? A while ago, sabi mo, self-awareness. Pero para ma-avoid natin na maging bully tayo at hindi matuloy din na ibubully tayo, what shall we do? Anyone, please?
Oh, si Lois siguro maganda, may maraming masasabi tungkol sa
For us to stop bullying, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yun, true. Be mindful kung anong sinasabi natin. It's always good na kung after na yung social connection with people, you can ask your pinaka-close, your best Judy, like, best friend, beshi. Okay lang ba yung sinabi ko? Parang ganun. You have a feedback with someone, tapos they can tell you na, oh, that's fine, okay lang naman. Or, friend, medyo, you were crossing the line that time. Baka, wag mo na ulitin yun next time. Ayun, ganun. You can also see naman kung how the, let's say, victim accepted that yung joke na yun. Nakikita mo naman sa facial expression niya na okay lang, natatawa siya, or medyo asim-asim na yung kanya expression.
So what will you do? Pagka halimbawa, ikaw naman binubuli ka, anong dapat para hindi hindi na pumasok doon sa talagang serious na bullying na ito sabi sa atin Mike, what is your take mga kapatid on saying ito. Matatabunan kasi sila. Hindi pala matatabunan sila. What's your take, mga kapatid, on saying that to handle or end bullying, bully them back? Salamat po. Di ba, sometimes, kailangan ba natin gawin to? Kailangan ba natin i-practice to in order that the person will stop bullying it or will not continue to bully us? And, di ba, parang yung defense mechanism. What do you think?
Yeah. Oo. Ang take ko dyan is bullying has to really stop. Kasi ang bullying talaga, yan ang tinatawag na it will go into a yung danger zone na kumbaga it becomes a cycle. That when you are bullied, and eventually you become a bully yourself. So, ang take ko po dyan sa to handle or end bullying is to bully them back. Well, it's true na to bully them back. Maybe ang perspective dyan is siguro to really avenge or to get back on them. But to me, ang ibig sabihin po dyan is to end bullying is to stand towards the bully in a very positive manner. There are ways by which you are being able to face the bully. Ganito po kasi yon. Once you become a bully yourself and you bully another person, that bully might just end up to be a bully himself or herself. Kung ang isip niya is to really bully others also. So in other words, hindi makakabigay ng magandang consequential kung ganito ang mangyayari. Otherwise, we will produce more bullies in the future. We will produce more bullies in the future if after being bullied, we are going to bully others also. So lumalabas dito na we will go into a cycle of violence, a cycle of bullying. So ang ang dapat na gawin diyan? There are ways by which we can do it in a positive light. Well, of course, yung isang possible na ginagawa ng iba is, sige, I will bully back also para at least I will not be bullied. Parang ganun, ano? But yes, there's a positive, may mga magagandang bagay na gawin, okay, kahit na hindi maganda yung ginagawa sa'yo. Of course, we already know na pag binato ka ng bato, you also have to batuin mo rin sila ng ano yung the the verse there, batuin mo ng tinapay, something like that. But the lesson there is that you have to respond it in a positive way wherein you are also giving a lesson to the bully to stop the bullying. Meron akong ginawang parang mayroon akong nabasa na pero ginawa ko na lang siyang lesson sa isang klasiko na when you want to end up bullying is use the word stand. Ganun. STAND. Ang ibig sabihin ng S is to stand tall. Ibig sabihin, yung ipakita mo na hindi ka nabubuli. Okay? So, you are not bullying the person, but you are saying to that person na, I am not a person na hindi binubuli-buli lang. Ganun. So, stand tall and walk in a way that shows that you are a person who is deserving of respect. One reason why people are being bullied kasi is they show to people na they are easily being bullied. Okay? Yung mga yung pangalan nito, yung mga masyadong shy, masyadong demure, yung mga ganon, na pag lumakad talagang kahit na sino matetempt na matetempt na ibubuli mo yung tao, ganon. So the only way is to really stand tall and be a confident person so that when people see you, kagalang-galang ang pagtingin sa'yo. And pag ang tingin ng mga tao sa kagalang-galang, then you will deserve respect. So stand tall, be confident, and you are a person. Huwag naman masyadong in a way na too high to look at yourself to the extent na mas lalo na namang ikaw ay gagawa ng way na may mga sasabihin sa'yo. So just stand tall, act confidently, show yourself to be a respectable person. Yan po is stand. Yes, yung T naman is, pag may nang bubuli sa'yo, okay, don't always, at pag wala kang tatakbuhan, you have to tell a trusted adult. Ayun, you tell, T yung tinatawag doon. Tell a trusted adult or a confidant about what happened to you. You continue telling until somebody is going to help you. Ganon. And then letter A is to avoid. When you say avoid, huwag ka namang pumunta sa mga lugar na kung saan you are prone to bullying. Sometimes yung mga areas na where yung hindi dinadaanan ng mga tao, yung doon ka na nasusukol o kaya doon ka na dead end na you become helpless. So avoid places like those things. As much as possible, you go with company, you go with a friend, ganon. So you avoid. Kasi the reason why people are being bullied is they go to places where they are prone to be bullied. Ganon. And then that's letter A. And then letter N is say no. Yan, no to the bully's demands. So pag binubully ka, no, don't bully me. Ganon. Okay, so you are not actually bullying that person, but you are telling that person to stop right there and then. No. Ganon. And then, of course, develop friendship. Develop friendship in such a way that when you have more friends, you will not be the target of being bullied yourself. There are people who will accompany you. There are people who will something like who will defend you. There are people who will go with you, and thereby you are able to avoid bullying. Ganon.
Wow.
So, stand yun. Stand tall, tell tell an adult or a trusted person, avoid, and then say no, and then develop friendship. Just stand.
Wow. So nice, ano? So nakikita niyo mga kapatid, Loisy, anything you can say?
Um, very much that. We have to understand then, there are instances na mga unreported cases, hindi rin talaga sinasabi sa mga parents, sa mga teachers.
Oops,
Oops.
nawala.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
Ah,
Sige, go ahead, Loisy.
kasi they're scared kasi mas lalakas ang pagbubuli sa kanila, sasabihin silang snitch, tattletale, ano bang Tagalog doon? So yun, more bullying would come to them. So palagi sa kanila, it would come to either be bullied or become a bully. So ang best nun talaga yun with what Kuya Ro said. And let's try not to retaliate back, yung bully back. Kasi yun talaga, break the cycle. If ikaw rin naman, yung standby, nanonood ka lang may binubuli sa nakikita mo, best rin talaga na you step in, even though in the end of the situation, pagalitan ka, bakit may paki ka, hindi ka naman yung binubuli, hindi ka naman bully, pero best talaga yon. Yung parang yung may poster noon na, well, not here though, friends don't let drunk people drive, parang gano'n. Friends don't let, ano to? Yung gano'n, parang, even though yung friend mo binubuli and then you don't want to be bullied, best talaga na step in para merong may scaffolding yung friend mo, yung gano'n.
Alright. Okay. To both of you, nasa counseling kayong dalawa. Let's say if may dalawang estudyante, di ba? Yung isa ng talagang bully talaga. Tapos yung isa binubuli. Pinunta sa inyong dalawa, what will you do? Kuya Ru,
Mhm.
nangyayari sa ito, di ba?
Yeah. So, ang usually nangyayari dyan is they always allow us to talk to these people. Actually, ang pinaka-end goal dyan is for them to magkabati. Di po ba? And syempre, the most important thing is to see the angle in a very objective manner. You have to show to both of these people na naiintindihan mo yung mga kalagayan nila. You do not have to side anybody. Otherwise, when you talk to these people right at the same time at nakikita nila na mayroon kang pinapanigan o mayroon kang binibigyan ng halaga o kaya pinapakinggan lang yung isang side at hindi yung other side, then it will not do good. That's one reason why I say na ang pinaka-end goal na kung may mga ganyan, kahit na sabihin na natin nagsuntukan or whatever, is to go to a stance where you have to be objective. You also have to be a sensitive person whether at that instance, kailangan ba silang kausapin na hiwalay or kailangan silang kausapin na dalawa mismo. So you have to have a very good discernment of that. And for many instances po, Kuya Dino, Brother Dino, talagang I really needed the guidance ng Panginoon when it comes to that. Kasi kailangan mo makita kung kailangan bang separate silang makausap o kaya kailangan dalawa lang sila. If in case dalawa lang silang kausapin, then you have to let them realize na each of them has an equal opportunity to share or to say what really happened according to their own angle. angle ang sinano ko according to their own story, according to their own narrative. Oo. And then weigh it in such a way na magkapareho sila na mapakinggan. And then eventually sasabihin mo na saan ba kayo dalawa nagkamali? Ano ang ano ang puno at ugat kung bakit nagkaroon kayo ng ganyan na hindi pagkakaunawaan, o kaya bakit feeling mo na bully ka, o kaya bakit ikaw ay sinabing bully ka, ikaw ay na-bully or ikaw ay bully. Okay, so and then I had to let them understand yung reason na yon. And then eventually, when they are able to understand yung punot dulo, yung pinaka-cause, doon ko ipra-process. How now to be able to settle itong disagreement ninyo? How do we settle itong yung bullying issue na ito sa inyong dalawa? And then that's the signal where I would say kung sila ba ay magkakabati o hindi, ganon. Now in cases na it will be very remote na sila ay magkakabati, I will go to a second point or a second session wherein I'm going to talk to them one by one. Okay? Ano ba ang hindi mo nasabi kanina at baka mayroon kang hindi pa nasabi, ganon. And then that's it. And then afterwards, after talking them individually, talking them and process what's in their mind, then they will have to be talking it out again. Pag in the long run ay talagang at the maximum na ginawa mo na talaga, then that's where you are able to think of another option. Other options might be, kung mga bata ang mga ito, then there are other authority figures that has to be put in the scene. Maybe parents, maybe, kung kinakailangan, kasi kung minors sila, or school officials and all those things. But ang pinaka-end goal talaga dito is for them to really end up as friends once again.
Ganda. Before si Loisy say something, mga kapatid, napaka-importante po nito kasi sometimes kasi ginagawa po natin to parang nasa tulfo. Ang tulfo kasi, di ba? Banata niyan, hindi po to presinto. Hindi po ito yung tinatawag natin sa barangay na they confront with each other. But it's so nice, it's good na hindi ito para pagbayaran or whatsoever, kundi maging friends sila, mga kapatid. Very important po sa atin to kasi tayo, whether we like it or not, we do counseling sa mga anak natin, sa mga, 'di ba, sa mga pinsan natin. Kaya ganito pala dapat we need discernment sa atin. Kailangan ba silang magkausap? Kailangan silang pareho diyan. Kung silang pareho mainit pa, palagay ko hindi talaga.
That's right.
Talagang hindi pwede. Kasi hindi nga ito tulfo. Hindi ito sa husgado. Iba po ito. Counseling po ito. And then, what you have said, Kuya Ro, is very important para sa amin. It's an eye-opener para sa bawat isa sa amin. Sometimes kasi okay, ano masasabi mo? Parang ganyan. Mas lalo tuloy sila nagiging mainit ang ulo nila. Pero hindi nga ito barangay, hindi ito tulfo, action ni tulfo, hindi po ito presinto, hindi ito whatsoever. You know what? Wow, it's nice, my friend. It's so nice. Loisy, any thing to say, anak?
Oh, wala na, nothing much to add.
All right. Okay. So sinabi sa atin Mike kanina, wag tayong do not bully the bullies, mga kapatid. Kasi hindi natin napapansin. Tayo na nangyayari sa atin 'yon. Tayo na paulit-ulit yung defend natin sarili natin, paulit-ulit tayo. Nangyayari siguro sa social media 'yan, di ba? Hindi tayo nagkikita tapos lagi ka araw-araw, oras-oras magsi-share ka ng something like that. And there is bullying na rin, brother Sir Roland, right?
Right.
Nakadinig ka ng isa may nag-chat sa iyo tapos parang nasaktan ka tapos boom, 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 ikaw naman.
That's right.
Tapos,
Yun ang doon nagsisimula yung danger of cyber bullying.
at hindi mo alam, ikaw na nambubuli. Sabi mo,
Ikaw na
tayo
ang
nabubuli, ako nabubuli, pagkatapos ako naman pala nambubuli. Tapos siyempre naman, may mga kaibigan ako, hindi nilang gursunada din yung taong yun. Hindi ayos yun. Hindi natin alam, mga kapatid, tayo pala bully din. Ang galing.
Tama yan, Brother Dino. Kasi, alam nyo, ito ang kagandahan kung ikaw ay Kristiyano, na counselor, and you look at it in this light, na kumbaga, hindi naman sa in defense of the bully, but there is a story behind the bully. At pag naiintindihan mo kung saan siya nanggagaling, baka mas lalo mo pang ma-appreciate na siya pala ay mayroon din pala siyang hugot o kaya mayroon din siyang pinagdadaanan. Um, may mga instances po na gano'n na when you are able to win the bully, you will be winning a soul. Actually, you are actually winning a soul to the right direction. Um, Especially so that we know, hindi naman sa sinasabi natin, but we are always we are the nature, the sin nature in us will always go out. I'm not saying na hindi ako, well, as me as a counselor, professional counselor, I do not have the tendency to become a bully. I always will have that tendency because I know na kahit papaano, pinanganak din ako na makasalanan. But when I am able to know myself and know how what are yung mga red flags na kailangan kong yung you have to be very aware of, you have to be babantayan ko, then I am able to somehow avoid, or if not totally, na hindi mahuhulog, hindi rin ako mahuhulog sa ganun na sitwasyon.
Totoo 'yun. Paul once said in Galatians chapter 6 verse 1, be aware, maging maingat ka kasi sa pagko-correct kasi baka mamaya ikaw din ang magkamali,
That's
mahulog
right.
ka rin. Just imagine that, mga kapatid. So tayo palang mga preachers din, mga kaibigan, mga kapatid, sometimes kapag nasabi na natin, may kadebate tayo, nasabi na natin, and that's it, ibigay na natin sa puong may kapal yan. Kasi repeatedly, sasabihin natin, ang ganito naman, ang ano mo na, paano ba sinasabi ng mga millennial Loise, yung may hinang kukote, parang ganyan, parang ganito, tapos yan, until such time, yung ginagawa mo, preacher ka, pero you are bullying somebody dahil sa hindi gaano kagandahan ng kanyang kaalaman sa banal na kasulatan. But one good thing na nabanggit mo just a while ago, Sir Roland, is something na talagang tayo mga Kristiyano alam natin na kailangan, sabi nga, love your enemies. Parang ganito, love the bully. Love your bully, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Hindi yung American bully na meron kami ni Lois dito kasi si Lois kay Ginger, ano. So makikita natin, mga kapatid, be aware of that, mga kapatid, because you just don't know. Sometimes tayo na magiging bully. Anything, Lois? May mga question pa ako dito.
Sige na, go with the question.
Yes. Salamat. Yeah, para matakil natin to. Si Sir Roland, sabi ko, hanggang ano tayo, may 10 minutes pa tayo, hanggang 10 o'clock tayo dito, Sir Roland. Wala pa naman ata mga estudyante dyan na nagpapa-counsel sa inyo. Ano, wala pa? Okay.
Wala pa naman.
Yeah. Sabi dito ni Mike, yes, Brad, just standing up to those bully para matigil. Salamat, Brad, at sis, at Kuya Pogs, very informative, mama, chup. Binubuli ata ako na ito ni Mark. But anyway, yeah. It's good. Stand in the sense na yung definition ni Kuya Ru. Yan. Miss Simon it's so nice to hear Miss Simon here. Relate much for the topic today kasi this week na test ang sa taong sandali. Sorry. Sobrang bully sa FB yung mga post niya ng aapak lagi sa kapwa habang nililip up ang kanyang sarili. Kung ako lang ibuli, I can stand up for myself. But to my sibling, I always want to stand for them. I accepted that person, but I really hate her ways of attitude. Yeah, we'll pray for that. Si Miss Simon, yeah. Stand in the sense, maganda yung definition mo ng stand, Sir Roland. Maging friendly pa rin, maging maayos. It should be biblical pa rin, Never make yourself na parang ganun din kasi we don't know exactly what will happen. Baka mamaya tayo na rin pala ng bubuli, di ba? Yan. Salamat Miss Simon sa pag-trust mo sa mga kuya, and then kay Ading Lois. Si friend from another star, sabi na highlights yan. Ma'am Mayor, sabi sa atin, nang nabuli ako, umalis ako sa group na yon and I avoided them. So nabawasan ang depression ko. aalis
Good.
ka. Aalis ka sa isang lugar. You are being bullied o sa isang school, Loisy and Kuya Ru, binubuli ka. Okay ba na mag-transfer ka ng school, university? What do you think, Loisy?
It would be so hard kasi yun, na-depress ka because yun, nagbubuli ka. Tapos nag-transfer ka ng school, depressed ka kasi kailangan mo ulit mag-adjust, magkailangan ka mag-develop ng bagong friends. Pero if you think as the victim, that's the best for you, then I think that's a better way than to yun, na you stay there na maging victim ka and baka worse pa ang mangyari if you stay there.
Okay, aabangan ka na, may balisong, mayroong tubo, may dos-turdos, araw-araw kang inaabangan. Paano ka makakapag-study nito? Paano mo maipapasa ang mga test at quizzes mo dito? Kasi iniisip mo nandun na si nambubuno sa akin, tapos may 3 pang barkada, may daladalang Armalite at 45. Ay nako, kung talaga yun ang pinakakailangan, that's why we have counselors mga kapatid. Meron tayo. Eto pa pala, Sir Roland, if you want to say something about dun sa questions na yan. Mga kapatid, kapag nabubuli tayo, kaya nga may mga teachers tayo, may mga counselors tayo. Di ba yan ang trabaho niyong dalawa? Tama ba ako?
Yeah. Well, it's true. Yeah, tama. Pero sagutin muna natin yung tanong
Go ahead,
na
sir.
kailangan bang mag-transfer? There are too many responses kasi when it comes to when you are not when you do not feel good in a particular environment or what. Of course, yung tinatawag na fight or flight or fright.
Okay, say it again. Say
Fight,
it again.
flight, or fight, I mean, fight or flight or fright, ganon.
Oh my
So,
God, I like it.
pag fight is to stand out, ganon. Siyempre, harapin ko at kailangan ganon, kailangan para hindi naman, gustong-gusto ko yung lugar na ito, kailangan dito ako. Alangan na sila ang magiging rason kung bakit hindi ako mag-graduate sa eskwelahan na ito, ganon, right? So, that's one way. Another one is flight, yung magtra-transfer ka sa ibang school. But of course, if it will do good to you to transfer to another school because that school might not be the best school for you, then there's nothing wrong with that. Ganon, there's nothing wrong with that. And let the school solve kung ano man yung problema niyon tungkol sa'yo. But on the other hand, rather than stay frightened in that place, mas mahirap yon. So, fight, flight, or fright. So, yun yung mga pwedeng responses natin. But anyway, ano na yung next na question kanina? Ano yung sabi mo kanina, Brother Dino?
Dami ko ng ano. But anyway, gusto ko lang meron pa dito kapatid na Sir Ro and Loisy sabi dito. Ito ang ganda.
Yun
Si
pala.
Joe.
Ito pala
Yeah, go
yung
ahead.
sabi, naalala ko na, trabaho ba namin yung mga yung mga bully? Actually, ang trabaho po ng guidance counselors is not to be a disciplinary action officers. We do not, kailangan po yung i-clear out na guidance counselors ought to be the most approachable people in the school. And so, pag
Oh,
may
no
kasalanan,
wonder. Kaya pala
ought
lagi
not
kayo
to be.
nakasmile.
It ought not to be na ikaw ay pag sinabing guidance, guidance, hindi dapat ganon. Dapat pag sinabing guidance, punta ako sa guidance, something like that. Traditional po na pagtingin natin sa guidance counselor na pag may kasalanan ka sa guidance counselor. But actually, the guidance counselors are your kuya. The guidance counselors are the people who will understand you. If you would like to, if there is a place, a safe place, a non-threatening place, tambayan, it's the guidance office. Ganon. But
Wow.
yung mga inire-refer sa amin na mga ganon is pagtapos na yung mga nagawa sa kanila, mga discipline sa kanila, that's the only time we come in for counseling.
Oh, very eye-opener sa akin to. Sometimes kasi talaga uy, pupunta tayo sa guidance counselor. Ano kayang kasalanan natin? Ano kaya magiging mangyayari sa atin? Loisy, pakatandaan mo yan.
They ought not to be the prefect of discipline.
Oo nga, kasi hindi kayo judge, no? Kayo yung
We
mag-a-at-ease sa kanila,
do
di
not
ba?
judge.
Magiging at home yan. Ang galing. Ang dami namin natututunan dito, ano? Hindi kasi namin talaga feel to. And then, we feel too. Kaya, actually, Joanne is the one na asked me yesterday kung pwedeng daw mag-tackle din ng Let's Talk ng bullying. Sabi ko, well, ang unang nasa isip ko right away si Roland, sabi ko. Yeah, that's good. Ito na nga, may tanong sa atin si Joanne D. Ocampo nasa Singapore to. Good morning to all. Paano po yung mocking? Consider po bang bully yun? Thank you. Mocking. Yeah.
Yeah, in the strictest sense of the word, pag sinabing bully kasi is a repeated action. So pag yung mocking ay ginawa niya repeatedly towards a person, on the same person, for example, pwede na pong sabihin yun na masasabing bullying na yun. Because especially po pag sinasabing mga ganyan na cases, ang unang binibigyan ng pansin ay yung nakaramdam yung receiver of the action. So if the receiver of the action felt pained, hurt, or not uh, hindi siya convenient, hindi good, hindi maganda yung feeling niya doon. Yun po, doon natin makikita na that something happened. So yung mocking, if done repeatedly in the strictest sense of the word, that could be considered bullying.
Lacey?
Yung mocking, most of the time, yun ang ginagamit natin yung imamock natin yung tao just to get close to them. That's a way of joking with someone to connect with them socially. Pero yun, if it gets repeated to the point na yung isang tao, hindi na positive ang pakikitungo niya sa yun, nagbubuli sa kanya, then yes, that is super considered na bullying niya.
Alright, personal sa atin sa ating mga to. Tayong tatlo, nabully ba tayo? Let me answer that. Ako nabully ako nung bata pa ako, nung kinder ako. Pero there's always someone that will stand for you. Alam mo kung sino? Si Tita Esther. Hindi na ako binuli nun nung pinuntan ng aking kapatid. I was, nasa Ligas kami that time, si Roland and Loisy. Hindi ko na ikwento to sa'yo. Pero, right after that, hindi na, siguro 2 beses pagkatapos na yan, pinuntan ng sinabihan ng kapatid ko. Just imagine that mga friends, sometimes there are people around us na pwedeng sila maging hero natin. These are guidance counselors na nakasama natin ngayon mga kapatid. Maybe hindi sila nakatapos ng guidance counseling, hindi sila nakatapos ng psychology, but there is always someone that God can produce para sa atin. Ikaw, Sir Ro, nabully ka na ba? Ano ang ginawa mo?
Yeah, when I was young, high school talaga, maliit pa ako, kaya nga small brother eh. Because of my being small, yun ang reason kung bakit the people see me na madaling mabully, ganon. And of course, I had that experience. It even until now, naglalurk pa rin yung trauma and yung feeling mo. But of course, you have to outgrow all of those things. Ang nakaraan ay nakaraan na. What is past is past. What is important is today. Kaya sabi nyo is yesterday is already history. Tomorrow, you just have to prepare for it. It's a mystery. Today is just a gift. That's why nga it's called present.
Present. True. Amen to that. Yeah.
Kaya tapos na yun. I was bullied really when I was young. But of course, yung bully na yun became a challenge for me to really magpursige. And right now, I can tell to that straight to that person na nang bully sa akin kung sakaling mang masasalubong ko siya na yung pangbubuli mo, it became a lesson for me. It became a reason for me to become who I am today.
Yeah. Ayos na. Ang dami pa nating question dito, pero we will try. Sir Roland, pwede ba tayo mag-extend hanggang 10? Okay lang ba?
Sure. Sige
Okay,
lang po.
okay.
Sige lang, wala din yun.
Okay. Loisy, very quickly nak. Nabully ka na. At bigyan mo sa akin ng number at address.
Hindi ko na mabibigay. Yes, nabully ako. Hindi ko na mabibigay because boundary for myself, ayoko nang ma-trigger, ayoko nang makita ang pagmumukha and remember what happened. So, I am vibing in my positive vibes, in positive energy. So, I am floating.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. All right. Why I asked that because all of them, itong mga kapatid natin, mga kaibigan natin, mga kababayan natin, they are sharing something that they have experienced one way or another. Yan si RPM is also in the house. RPM, get ready na. 10 o'clock kasi si RPM susunod sa akin. Si Sir Ara, great discussion, explanation about bullying. Thank you so much, bro, Sir Ro, and pretty young Lois, for your wisdom and knowledge. Abi, sabi dito sa atin, opo, nung high school po, nag-guidance ka, sabihin lagot ka, iga-guidance ka. Totoo talaga yan. Ganyan lang talagang tingin natin eh. Ganyan lagi ang laging tinitingin natin. Ngayon hindi pala ganun. Ay nako, ito pa nagpapa-snack pala to, no? Ito palang dalawang kasama ko dito, mas mabait ito kaysa sa akin. Eto, si a friend from another star. Ito, paano pala yung iniinsulto yung isang tao? Ay calling ng hindi maganda like payat, kulot, isip, bata, etc. Question Kuya Ro. And Lois, paano i-deal ang ganitong sitwasyon? Thanks a lot. O, di ba? Hindi naman gaano kasakitan siguro to, sinasabi kang payat. Pero ang payat ngayon, maganda na, kaysa naman taba. Di ba? Everyone likes to be called ano. Oy, pumuyat ka. Pero ay, ano to eh, no? Parang dito, parang compliment pa nga itong payat. But anyway, kulot. I love kulot, ano? Si Lois, may kaibigan tong kulot. Ang gwapo-gwapo si Abby, ano? Estudyante niyo rin to, no? Oh, what do you think about this question?
Usually, nagsisimula talaga sa mga facial features, height, weight, characteristic, mannerism, and then when they call out yung mga characteristics mo na mga ganyan, uh, and you don't feel good about it, talagang it will spark, sabi ko nga kanina, it will spark or ignite what we call as bullying. So, paano ba i-deal ang mga yan? Okay, ito yung mga pwedeng tips natin. First is you have to really assert yourself. Sabihin mo na that's teasing. Ano mo kaagad sa isang tao. Uy, Allah. I mean, there's always a good way of saying a bad thing to another person. Uy, that's teasing ha? Tigil mo na yan. Stop making fun of me. O, mga ganon, okay? To tell to that person na hindi maganda yung nararamdaman mo because of what he has said. In that way, magigising sa katotohanan yung nagsabi niya. So, assert yourself. Another one is you question the response. Means, tanungin mo, bakit mo sinabi yan? Bakit mo sinabing payat ako? Mga ganun. Baka naman totoo. Baka naman may katotohanan. Baka naman talagang hindi mo lang napapansin na pumayat ka. Kaya kailangan mong tingnan din. Baka may sakit ka nga. Oo.
Compliment nga yun, di ba?
Baka may sakit ka. It's also a wake up call on your end na sandali nga. Baka naman may mga bagay na hindi ko pinapansin sa sarili ko na kailangan kong pansinin din. And it happened to me that way. Sabi nila payat ako tapos nagpa-check up nga ako. Aba, meron pala akong sakit. Oh, underweight na pala ako. So they
See?
become your guardian angels yourself. Sige, so you question the response by asking them, why would you say that? Bakit mo sinabi yun? Okay? And then, yun na. That's another way. Another way is, you use the word, I want. I want you to leave me alone. I want you to, mga ganon, okay? Please leave me alone. Please stop saying that, mga ganon, okay? And then, ito ang pinakakatawa na response mo sa mga nagbubuli sa'yo. You agree with the ones who told that. You agree. You agree with them. Sabihin mo, uy, payat ka. Oo, payat ako, pero maganda naman. Guwapo naman. Yeah, ganun yun. See? So pag sinabing, uy, ang taba-taba mo. Mataba ako, pero look at that. Healthy naman ako kaysa iyo. See? So you agree with what you said, but on the other hand, ilagay mo sa proper perspective. Okay. Hey, four eyes. Pag sinabing four eyes, may may salamin kasi four eyes. Okay? Sabihin mo, you're right. And my eyesight is poor. Ganon. Okay? You're right. See? Tapos, hey, you're dumb. Sasabihin sa'yo. Well, of course, yes. And I'm good at it. you you use it. You use it in a way na, you use it in a way na magising din siya sa katotohanan. See, so
That's
I
nice.
always tell this to friends and fans. There are always ways to say to deal it in a good way yung bad na experience mo. Another one is you force ignore it. You ignore that. Kasi the reason why people are bullying you is because you are entertaining them eh. You are accommodating them. But when you ignore them, wala. Okay, they will always stop. And yun, so yun ang mga magagandang pwedeng gawin. In a
Wow.
way, they will even like you. You become a likable person. You will be friends with others. You will end the cycle of violence or cycle of bullying.
It's so nice. Loisy, before I say something.
Yun, may add ako. Ayun. Instead of putting yung attention niya sa'yo, pwede mong ibalik yung attention niya sa kanya. Parang, yun, tinawag ka, payat, okay ka lang? Ganon.
Oh,
Magsa-stop siya. Iko-consider niya, bakit niya sinabi yun sa akin? Parang ganon. Magsa-stop rin siya eh. And then, magko-consider rin siya, bakit ko nasabi yun? Parang in a way, madodivert yung attention and yung kanyang, yung gusto niyang mangyari sa'yo. So, in a way, yun, mag-extinct rin yung kanyang bullying attempt, in a way.
Ang ganda, ganda. O something like this, Loisy, Kuya Ru, ano. Payat. Oo nga. Gusto pagdating ng panahon, magiging tulad mo rin ako. Parang maging
pwede gano'n.
heavyweight din ako, parang ganun, 'di ba? Sana paano kaya para makapag-gain ako ng, 'di ba? Something like that. Yung
Yes.
sa just a while you make friends with them para ano sila, 'di ba? We Christians should be the salt, the light of the world, mga kapatid. Pakatandaan natin ang mga kapatid. Si Brother RPM mo sabi sa akin, you can extend hanggang 10:30. But we will try our best to wrap up this one. Bro, sorry talaga. Ang ganda talaga ng ating usapan, ano. One good thing pagka talaga may authority yung mga nagsasalita, nakikita ko ang explanation yung napaka smooth, napaka sublime. Ang ganda, napaka Talagang it's new to me. Man, all I can do is just mapangangan na lang para sa inyo. Up to what extent we can sue bullies? Siguro yung nananakit na, yung ganun na siguro, no? Ano ba 'yun?
I
Ano
think
ba?
I think merong cyberbullying, I'm not sure. Sa atin dito, sa Philippines, may anti-cyberbullying
Yeah, there
um,
is.
Pag
act.
swak na doon, Loisy, pag swak na doon, ano yun? Paano kung kapatiran mo? Saka na natin pag-usapan to, kung kapatiran na ng muli. Oh, di ba,
Ah,
pre? Si Roland and Loisy.
yeah.
Gandang umaga, sabi sa ni sister, sabi ni Rica, and sabi ni RPM, what should ito ang may program right after ni. Pero nagko-question pa, what should be done with someone else? Someone once bullied is now the bully. Thank you, Kuya Ro and Loy. So, answeran
Yeah.
nyo to. Kasi next
Mada.
check sa kanya sa akin.
Yeah. Maganda yan. Actually, ito yung sinatawag, tama nga, this is the fulfillment of what we are saying na the cycle of bullying. When you have been bullied yourself, and did not know how to manage the bullying,
Wow.
eventually you become the bully yourself. Now, how to what should be done for the bully? Of course, sa akin mas madali kong kausapin yung bully ngayon na once bullied because I can go back to his or her own experiences. Using I mean I will talk to him, I'll talk to that person, ipaprocess ko kung ano yung punot dulo kung bakit naging bully siya. At malalaman niya na when he was young, he was bullied himself. Dito magkakaroon ng drama, okay? And ito ang gusto kong lumalabas dito, lalo-lalo na when you go back and then let him realize yung bully at ipaprocess mo yung ano. Kasi ang importante kasi dito, Brother Dino, is for him or her to process kung ano yung nangyari sa kanya. Kasi unconsciously, pag hindi niya na-process yan, magiging unconsciously, he will become the offender or he will become the bully himself. So, kailangan kausapin siya, ipaprocess yung kanyang nakaraan, mga karanasan, at marirealize niya na kung bakit ganito pala siya ngayon is because of something that has happened in the past. Oo. Now, yung question naman na I'm going to sue, until what extent am I going to sue the bully? Well, the very first instance na gagawin talaga natin as much as possible is reconciliation. For them to reconcile and not to go to court. As much as possible, kung pwede nga lang, huwag tayong pumunta sa mga humantong sa mga ganon. Kasi once it gets to court, ang hirap yan. Money, time, hearing, agony, and all those things talagang marirealize yan. But pumupunta lang tayo sa korte in the event na talagang ginawa na natin ang lahat, ginawa na natin ang lahat na opsyon, ay wala talagang mangyayari, well, let the court decide for it. And there are laws that are in place. Like for yung sabi ni Lois na anti-bullying law. We also have Republic Act 10627, Anti-Bullying Act, Republic Act 10627, which provides the guidelines kung bakit kung paano ipaprocess yung guidelines. But wag na natin pag-usapan yung mga legal aspect of all of those things. What ang pag-usapan natin as much as possible at the very onset, can we do something? Can we do something in our own human and in our own peacemaking ability to be able to reconcile both parties? Kasi both parties have one reason or another. Pareho po sila. May pinanggagalingan sila, may pinanggagalingan silang dalawa. And all we have to do is see how we can meet these minds together and we can even win more friends.
Wow. So, yung pinaka-crucial pala yung ano, no, yung simula pa lang kailangan alam na natin i-deal. Mga kapatid, pakatandaan po natin to ha. Kailangan natin mag-deal na dito sa simula. Huwag nating hayaan na lumala ng lumala until such time na darating tayo dun sa akusahan. Kasi napakalaking bagay nito. Ang laking, um, hindi mo to maiuutang. Di ba? Wow. Let's do it again. Loisy, anything to say, Nak?
Itong regarding kay Tito RPM, yung bullied now naging bully. Nangyari to sa akin. Now, yung naging victim ko, siya naging best friend ko, si Claire. We have to understand, hindi naman siya nakikinig. We have to understand what is going on inside the mind of yung naging bully. Kasi sa kanya, maybe unconsciously or not consciously, consciously or unconsciously is na it's a bully or be bullied world sa kanya. So ayaw niya, of course, no one wants to be bullied. So gusto niya, sige, ako na lang magiging bully. And then again, baka naging bully siya kasi nakita niya, nung nabully siya is may, yung power imbalance. If you understand that, dahil ako ang naging bully, maraming tao natatawa sa aking sinabi dahil na-insulto ko yung tao na yon. Pero ang nasa isip niya is yun, napatawa ko yung mga tao. So, na naging scapegoat yung victims. So that's the thing then. So let's try not to go there. If you starting to feel that now, I'm at this high, I am the leader of the group because I am the bully, parang ganun. Go get down from that high. Kasi yun, you are at the start of becoming the bully na rin talaga.
Well, ang dami pa dito, Sir Ru and Loisy, but let's do it again next time. Sir Roland?
Yeah, sure.
Just don't,
Baka may part 2 pa to.
sana, no? Kulang isang oras, isa't kalahating oras sa mga ganito palang usapin, ano? It's honest, you just don't know how much I am with Chair. Thankful sa iyo, Sir Roland. Pagbalik namin dyan sa Baguio, maganda tayo, Starbucks tayo.
Yes.
Saan ba may Starbucks? Sa La Trinidad. May Starbucks.
Sa SM lang eh.
Sa SM.
SM
Sige,
Baguio.
magano tayo. Just, and hopefully, may sinabi sa akin si Chair nun about yung radio program mo, di ba? Makabawi
Yeah.
man lang.
Actually, we have a FB with Tangguyog Umili every other Saturday. This is an advocacy program of the Philippine Guidance and Counseling Association. Ito po ay samahan ng mga guidance counselors sa buong Pilipinas. And we are operating as a chapter, Baguio Benguet chapter. We partnered with Tangguyog Umili, with one of the counselors in Baguio City. And he was able to give us a slot there. Ang title ng programa namin is Gabay sa Tagumpay. Ang mga programang ito ay is also dealing with several topics like how to handle bullying, how to get back and become a resilient person, how to handle grief, how to handle mga toxic people and everything. Ito po ay purely an advocacy, mental health advocacy. At inaanihan po kayo doon sa Tangguyog ti Umili Facebook page every other Saturday. Basta i-click nyo lang po yung Tangguyog ti Umili, hashtag Tangguyog ti Umili or hashtag Gabay sa Tagumpay. At makikita na po yun ang aming mga programa. If you would like, we will be inviting you to also watch them. At one time siguro, Brother Dino, o kaya Sis Che, if you come to Baguio, baka pwede kayo maging guest namin doon sa isang
Oh,
programa
yeah.
namin. One
We'll do
schedule
that.
later.
Let's do that. Let's do that para makabawi naman. Ay, pwede ba si Roland na i-add ka rin ng ating mga viewers dito? Kung halimbawa there
Yes,
are
sure
some
po.
questions about that, about bullying or something that is in your concern, baka pwede
Yes
silang
po.
just a while ago sabi sa akin ni Miss Simon, lagi itong nanonood sa amin. Nagpasimula ako dito until now, talagang lagi araw-araw yan. Saka very kapatid
Wow.
natin doon. Notice ko po, karamihan sa mga bully ayaw ng correction when tried to tell them they are not happy, so better po ba na give some time to realize by themselves by giving space. Very quickly, si Roland.
Yeah, actually pwede. Give them space. Mayroong pinagdadaanan din po ang mga yan. Just like us po, may mga pinagdadaanan, may mga hugot diyan. They did not kagaya din naman nakikita natin sa prison house. Hindi po yung mga prisoners na yan is they become prisoners by themselves. If there are lots and lots of stories telling us about so many reasons kung bakit sila nagkaganon. And really, while there are people na talagang talamak talaga at they were born, I mean, at the yung talagang sabihin na natin at the extreme, may mga taong pinanganak na masama, pero we still believe that as long as that person is breathing, there is still hope with that person getting back on track. And if he gets back on track, he will become the nicest person around that you can see, later on. And by the grace
Wow.
of God, mas maganda kung magagamit pa siya, not only in the society, but also in the ministry.
Yeah, salamat. Loisy and Kuya Ru, I just don't know how much you well impacted sa ating Let's Talk dito sa araw-araw to, si Roland and Loisy. At I know so many things to tackle about this one, but this is just like start para at least magkaroon tayo ng more awareness about bully and being bullied or the one who is nagbubully, mga kapatid. Sana makita natin, and as we have discussed, mga kapatid, thoroughly makikita nyo po naman, mga kapatid, talagang this two guest ng Let's Talk ay talagang binigay sa atin some of them. Hindi nga natin alam talagang eye-opener sa atin. Maraming salamat sa inyo dalawa. Last ito, paalam tayo sa sa ating mga viewers. Mauna ka na, Loisy.
Thank you po for listening. I'll be right here sa taas ng radio booth ni dad ko sa second floor. We'll be open lang po ang channels if you have any questions or any comments. Thanks.
Ayan. Thank you, Nak. Kuya Ru.
Yeah, actually I always watch yung yung programa ni Brother Dino, Let's Talk. And kung may mga time po ako talagang tinitingnan ko, tapos inisasantabi ko lang pag may mga dumarating na mga cases. But I always listen to Brother Dino. Thank you so much po sa napaka gandang programa po ninyo, and it's a privilege, isang malaking karangalan na maging parte ng iyong programa. And God bless to everyone. In case na I would be needed in one way or another, nandyan lang po ang iyong Kuya Ro, at magtulungan po tayo because we do not know. Our life is just so short. We just have to use it up for the best way we can. Yun po. And good morning. Maraming salamat, Brother Dino. At
Before
Teacher Che, thank you so much. Lois, thank you
before
so
I-
much.
before I remove you sa screen, the both of you, Kuya Ro, ito na nga ako, pwede po bang invite ang mga guests sa TGIF? Thanks God, it's Friday to discuss how to be good counselor in the family. Magandang topic to. Lang
Wow!
sa'yo.
Schedule po natin, Brother Dino. At kung may ano, pwede po.
Kasi ito yung kapatid natin, kaibigan natin, si Mr. RPM is more on sa family naman to. Yan sa kanya.
Oh, okay.
Kaya ang kanyang forte.
I
But
would
anyway,
be very glad to share to you kung ano man ang pwedeng may share natin, Brother Dino.
Sige. Maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa. Maraming salamat. God bless you both. At kita-kita tayo, ha. Sir Roland, maraming salamat. Loisil, maraming salamat. Alam ko na may dapat ginagawa ka ngayon, pero ito, sinamahan mo ang dad. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. And behalf of, hindi, basahin ko muna to. Ano ka muna, you can just stay there bago ako magpaalam na. Up to, ito. Importante ito, no? Okay lang bro, extend to na kahit 10:30, magandang useful ng topic sabi sa atin. Thanks a lot mga kapatid. No worries, bro, just go on. Thank you Kuya Ru, sabi ni Maria Teresa Binan, and then sabi ni RPM, very well said Kuya Ru and Sis Loisy. I-discuss ko sa TGIF and Bully in the Family. Yan, Juanita Bravo Manuel, maraming salamat po. Salamat po sa inyo. And then Sister Ara, thank you very much. Brother Roland, Sister Pretty Young Loisy, for great lesson shared. God bless you both. Ito, may binigay sa atin na address si Brother Efren. Malamang ito yung address ni Kuya Ru. And then Maria Teresa Binan, thank you so much Brother Dino, Kuya Ru, Pretty Loisy, may God bless everyone. Kathy, sabi sa atin, thank you so much mga kapatid sa napakagandang lesson. Galing naman ni Loisy, God bless you. Galing ni Lord. Lahat po, yan. Maalala ko si Loisy kasi bata pa talaga sinasama ko na to. But anyway, maraming salamat sa inyo mga kapatid. Maraming salamat sa inyo at lagi-lagi namin kayong kasama. Don't forget mga kapatid, mamaya, right after me is TGIF with Brother RPM. It's all about talking something about a husband. What is a good husband according to the Bible? And behalf of cheerfulness, Lois, and Sir Ro, my name is Brother Dino, and I live with the Lord Jesus principle of economics from Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Seek first the kingdom and the righteousness of God, in all things shall be added unto you. I'll play the songs with adoration, and after the song, we'll end this program. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. Bye-bye.
Sweet adoration flows from your children. Glory and honor and praise are a part of our constant devotion. Love set in motion for the divine one who reigns in our hearts. When I am troubled by heartache and struggle, I come and adore you. You take me away from all worldly sensation and endless temptation. All of my trials are lost in your love. Sweet adoration flows from your children. Glory and honor and praise